All right, lesson 1.8, subtracting fractions with unlike denominators. So go ahead and write that I can statement down and we'll get started. So just like when we did adding fractions with unlike denominators, the routine is going to be the same. The only difference is this time we are subtracting. So let's look at this word problem. Nina has 5/6 of a yard of fabric. She uses 2/3 of a yard of it. How much fabric is left? So since she uses some, we know this is a subtraction problem. So we can set that up as 5/6 minus 2/3 equals, and that's what we have to figure out. Since we don't have a common denominator, we got to find one. So let's review those methods we talked about last time. So I'm going to look at method 1. Can one of the denominators be a common denominator for both fractions, which is what I need to check first? The answer here is yes. I could make 6 into 3 if the numerator 5 was evenly divisible by 2. It isn't, so I'm going to have to multiply here. So I can make 3 into 6 by multiplying by 2. Just as a reminder, whatever I multiply the denominator of the fraction by, I have to multiply the numerator as well, because we're creating an equivalent fraction of thirds in sixths this time. So 2/3, if I multiply the numerator and denominator by 2, I'm going to end up with 4/6. When I put this subtraction problem together, I've got 5/6 minus 4/6. That means I've got 1/6 of a yard of fabric left. That's how much fabric is remaining. So let's take a look at this one. George ate 3/8 of a pizza. Raphael ate 5/12 of the same size pizza. Who ate more? And then how much more did he eat? So we're going to review those methods again. Can I use the denominators I have? Can I turn one of them into the other using multiplication or division? No, I can't make 8 into 12, and I cannot make 12 into 8. So that leaves me on to method 2. I'm going to list the first 3 to 5 multiples of each denominator and look for the same number on each list. So let's list those multiples now. So I've got 8. The first 3 multiples are 8, 16, and 24. The next ones are 12, 24, and 36. My common denominator here is 24 because it appears on both lists, so I know that I can use that. And the reason that I want to do it this way is we're going to have to be moving towards the simplest form. We want the lowest common denominator. I'm going to take my 3/8 and I'm going to multiply that times 3. When I do that, I get 9/24. I'm going to take my 5/12 and I'm going to multiply that times 2. When I do that, I'm going to get 10/24. So if I look right here, I've got 5/12. That tells me right here, Raphael ate 5/12, so therefore Raphael ate more. So the next question is, how much more did he eat? So I'm going to have to set this up as a subtraction problem. So I'm going to start with the larger fraction, which is 10/24 minus 9/24, and that's going to equal 1/24. So he ate 1/24 more. Here are your practice problems, and be sure to show your work. If you're using the multiples method, or you're using the last ditch method, or you're using the make one denominator into the other, you need to make sure you're showing your work on your paper. It's also going to help you keep track of your thinking. So go ahead and copy these equations down into your math notebook and then solve those, and we'll go over them in class together.